This is lesson 11 of the Ruby on Rails tutorial screencasts, Account Activation. In this lesson and the next, we'll put the finishing touches on the core of the sample application by adding two closely related features: account activation, which verifies a new user's email address, and password reset for users who forget their passwords. Each of these two features will involve creating a new resource, which will give us a chance to see further examples of controllers, routing, and database migrations. In the process, we'll also get a chance to learn how to send email in Rails, both in development and in production. Our first subject, account activation, involves starting new users in an inactive state, in contrast to the current design, which gives users full access to their accounts as soon as they sign up. The basic idea for the new design is that when users sign up, they'll get an email with an activation link. And of course, in the process of activating their account, they'll verify that email address. Both account activations and password resets will use a pattern that we've seen before. So let's take a look at a table, get a sense of where we're going. Before, with regular login, we had a find by email and then used a password that was then compared to a password digest using the authenticate method. Then with remember me, we found by the ID, which was in the session, and then used the remember token essentially as a password, and then compared it to the remember digest, and we used an authenticated question mark method that we wrote. This right here is an example of a generalized authenticated method that we'll write in this lesson. Then we see in the case of the account activation and password reset that we'll also be finding by email the way we did with passwords, and then we'll compare the activation token or the reset token to the corresponding digest in the database. As before, these digests will be hashed using the bcrypt algorithm, thus rendering it essentially impossible to infer the tokens from the digests.